positions. 80% of our job growth is going to come from our current businesses. And the only way we know how we can help them is if we're out there and we're out there talking to them and we're out there not doing a howdy-doody call, but we're out there talking about the key things that are important to their business and that can make and break them. One of the details that I left out is we primarily work with businesses 20 employees up or that have the opportunity to move to that level very quickly. So the reason I bring that up is support the North Ridgeville Chamber of Commerce, because they're the voice and they're the folks who work with those smaller businesses, some of the entrepreneurs that maybe don't fall into Glide's bailiwick. Make sure that that group is strong and provides the support that the businesses need. We talked about one of the questions: how can North Ridgeville encourage re-education of its workforce as technologies evolve? And hopefully John can back me on this when he gets up, but I'm always not amazed, but I can sit down and I'll talk to the owner of a manufacturing operation and we start talking about, all these high-level things. Well, I can't get capital. Well, I can't get, I have trouble finding workforce. And after talking for an hour, we talk about the lack of exposure that kids have at a very young age to manufacturing as a viable career or an opportunity. I know that's very narrow in manufacturing, but if we have an existing manufacturing base, let these kids know that it may be a viable option for them. Expanding the North Ridgeville and re-education of its workforce as technologies evolve. Make sure that you're aware and that your businesses and your citizens in North Ridgeville are aware of everything that Lorain County Community College and JVS have to offer as far as retraining of the adult workforce and new technologies. We were having a conversation, and this ties to the folks that were here for last week. There was somebody from Green City Blue Lake that was speaking. And some of the things that she taught, she mentioned a gentleman by the name of Richard Florida, who is somewhat controversial, but there's grow your own as far as grow your own businesses that Don was talking about as us, the citizens of Lorain County that would grow their own business. But there's also talent attraction. And you've got to have to attract certain levels of talent to live in your community. That's where those things become important as far as walkable neighborhoods, transportation, and again, it's more of a long-term goal. But that's one of those things that could help down the road. And then another question that I was asked was just regarding retention, and I think we covered that with business connections and supporting the local chamber. So with that, talked a lot, talked fast, covered a lot of things, but as you register some of this information, as you move along with the master plan, I'd be happy to come back out and talk more on a detailed point that you may have. So,
Steve, would there be one specific item you would suggest for the master plan to include in our program regarding your activities?
Continued funding would be one. As far as we talked about, and I don't know, I haven't seen the all-encompassing master plan, the different pieces of it.
That's what we're working on.
Yeah, so, when you look at the master plan, are you talking just as far as streets, roads? Are you talking about programs? Is it all of the above?
All of the above, basically. Specifically, I'm referring to business retention, attraction. If there's any guiding comment you have that would help us, get back to us. Let us know.
I would say one of the things that we look to do is from the retention and expansion, our business connections program, we look to expand that. We can always take more volunteers to be out there calling on businesses. Somebody like yourself that's in the banking industry, that would be somebody that already understands businesses and knows how to make those From the attraction standpoint, I would say what would help us in what we do is not only have the incentives folks when businesses come in, or the local politicians or government officials, but help us to find businesses that may have the information or can paint a good picture of the city of North Ridgeville and Lorain County and why it's a good place to do business. So, if, for example, if I call you and say, hey, we have somebody that is in the pharmaceutical industry, do you have any, I need your help, do you have any clients in North Ridgeville that know of or work at or are in this industry, and be able to provide them? I mean, that's very to the point, but...
That's fine. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.